Hello people, welcome to the Gaming Potato. It's me Ben, and I'm here with her with a few kinds of things. So yeah, you may have just seen my unboxing of the Blair Witch Project. So I was just like, okay, I'm gonna watch this now. May as well. It's not a very long film. It's 80 minutes. So I'm like, yeah, I'll watch it. Um, so yeah, I'm here to tell you what it is because I was watching my video back and I realised I didn't actually tell you what it is. So Blair Witch Project 1999, that's when it came out. It was the first film, wasn't the first film to use it, it was the first film to make found footage big. So it was handheld camera, blah blah blah. So yeah, you know how found footage works. Essentially, it's just a person holds a camera and they film it from that. So yeah, that's pretty much found footage. I'm trying to think of other found footage. Cloverfield, Wreck, Quarantine, Chronicle, them kind of films, right? This was the film that made it big. It's about three students. I assume they're like college, uni, whatever it is in America. It's like the high up education thing. I assume they're like that because they're quite. They look sort of like they're late teens, like 18, 19, or early 20s kind of thing. So yeah. And it's about Heather, who is a bitch. It's about Josh, who doesn't get any character development. He's probably the coolest guy after all of them. He's just there. And then there's Mike, who's an arsehole. They're making this documentary for Heather, for her works of college or whatever it is, right? And it's a documentary on the Blair Witch, which is a witch that was in the forest area around what's now known as Burkittsville. I don't know whether this is a real place in America, but it's in the film. It's called Burkittsville. It was formerly known as Blair, and the woods around it are the Blair Woods. Now, back in the 1940s, I think they said it was in the film, there was this dude who killed people, people, children. He would lead them up to their house, stand one in the corner of the room, kill the first one, and then get one out of the corner of the room and kill that one. So yeah, they go into the woods, they start filming the documentary about the Blair Witch, and then all this weird shit starts happening, such as this red thing you see here. That's sort of like a giant stick figure, right? And they walk into this open area. This is about halfway through the film. They walk into this open-ish area, and there are these giant figures just hanging from the trees. Giant little ones, kind of thing. There's piles of stones on the floor, which is a story that one of the people they make the documentary on says. It all sort of ties into each other. However, one thing I don't like about the film is it doesn't go into enough detail on it. It's 80 minutes long. It could well easily be getting on for 2 hours long because they could go into so much lore about it. However, I think it almost overstays its welcome at 80 minutes long. Even though I love this film, I love it for the premise, not because of the film itself. The film itself is incredibly poorly done. The handheld technique was obviously very crap due to the quality of the cameras back then. This was the late 90s, remember. It's not like I think if we was to watch it's probably it's worse quality than my videos. Let's put it this way. My videos are pretty shitty quality. Um, it's poorly edited. It's got some really bad acting in it. The film itself is absolutely utter shite, but the premise of the film was amazing. The fact that it did inspire such great films such as Cloverfield, Wreck, I quite like Chronicle. There are other handheld films, but they're just the ones I can think of off the top of my head. It did inspire this genre of like, oh my god, I think this like this really good genre, such as like Cloverfield is one of the best thriller films, thriller action horror kind of thingies I have ever seen. It's a monster film, and it's filmed from first person perspective. It's amazing. Chronicle is a superhero film done from it, and it is amazing. There's Wreck, which is a zombie film, which is amazing. Paranormal Activity was directly inspired from this. This film inspired Paranormal Activity. And yes, I don't like Paranormal Activity. It's a very crap film, in my opinion. But it's the fact that the Blair Witch did so much for the film industry that I like this film. Anyway, it doesn't even really get going until like the last 10 minutes of the film when they stumble across Uh, well, no, they're in this tent, and this is also like the weirdest bit in the entire film. This bit literally makes me sort of like goosebumps kind of thing. They're in this tent and they start hearing sort of like children outside playing, and then their tent just gets sort of like whacked from the side, and it's sort of like everything's going everywhere. They get out, run for their fucking lives, and they can hear this cackling and children coming from behind them and stuff. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Honestly, if you're watching this in a dark room on a big screen on your own or something, you'd probably be shitting yourself. It's just like you have no idea what's going on. They have no idea what's going on. They're being chased by a thing that you cannot see. Um, and yeah, so it's just the ending of the film is sort of some people get confused about the ending of the film. It is sort of explained, I think, how it's never explained, but it's sort of it's brought up earlier in the film. In fact, I've talked about it in this video. I'm trying to keep it as spoiler free as possible, but I've talked about it in this video already, how the film will end. It's not a happy ending. Don't expect them to fuck it. I'm just going to ruin it for you. They die. Okay. Um, it's how the children get murdered. One of them is standing in the corner. The other one goes down into the station, sees the other one in the corner, gets smacked over the head with something, I assume, and then the film ends. So they die. It's as simple as that. And I think it's a pretty fitting film ending. I was watching a couple of special features, and one of the trailers, I think it was the second trailer, it's an interview with one of the fathers. I think it's either Mike's dad or it's Josh's dad. And they're asking him like that he's seen this footage, and they're asking him whether he thinks what he thinks has killed his son. Does he think it is a witch? Does he think it's the person who was hunting him down? What does he think? And I think that was a really good lead into the film. Things like they showed that in the theatres. Then if you went to see the film at the theatres, it's also like, oh my god, I've just seen what he's seen. Do I think it's a witch? Do I think someone's been hunting them down? Is it? It could have been Josh, because Josh goes missing earlier in the film. It could well have been Josh who killed them both. It's a film very much open to interpretation, I feel. Anyway, if you want to watch this film, it is, like I said, it's not a great film, but for the price I picked it up for, which was £3 on Amazon, I think that's worth it. Anyway, I'm going to ask a question here. What's your favourite found footage film? So I've given you some examples in this video, such as Cloverfield, obviously Blair Witch Project, Paranormal Activity, Wreck, blah blah blah. I'm sure there's hundreds of them out there. Actually, there probably is. There's quite a few. So leave me a comment in the description. Let me know. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and thanks again.